Welcome to TBTVSport. Today's coverage comes from the BBX Stadium, where New Milton are hosting Petersfield Town in the Sydenhams Wessex Division 1. It's a windy old day, but the rain stopped and the game's on, so let's get cracking. Coming up on TBTV, on Tuesday I'm at Milton Town as Milton Town pay a visit. Next Saturday, the 29th, I'm back at Milton Town as they take on second place Chesham. On the 3rd of March, it's Christchurch against Hanworthy United. Then on the 10th of March, I'm due at Poole Town as they look to avenge today's away defeat to Petersfield Town. Today's referee is Kathleen Tannessee. Assistant refs are Chris Shepherd and Jason Coombs. Since my last visit to New Milton, they've got a new manager. And what struck me as I was typing this out is the number of new names that are in place. There's probably half a new team now, I reckon. So it's going to be fascinating to see how they progress as these methods start to bed in. I don't think I've covered a Petersfield Town match since about this time last year, so I can't give you any insight there, I'm afraid. In terms of league positions at the start of play, Petersfield are slap bang in the middle and the hosts are in the bottom third. For current form in the last 6, Petersfield have won 1, drawn 2, lost 3, and New Milton are just starting to pull some form together under that new manager and are getting a couple of draws under their belts. Okay, so you're fully up to speed. All I've got to say is this is brought to you by TBTV.
Speed counts for lucky.
He does get shuffled out.
The Linnets' first attempt came from Aaron Scott, but the less we say about that, the better, I think. Meanwhile, the Rams' first attempt was a little bit more threatening. Matt Lowe's on the right wing and crosses it in for Michael Wright, who can't quite keep his header on target. In a first half that was pretty short of highlights, it was Matt Lowe who created the best chance for Petersfield. He collects the ball in the box, twists, turns, hits a left foot shot, but it clips the crossbar and over. New Milton nearly gave their visitors a helping hand with this little slip up. Dennison can't make a decent contact, but none of the visiting players can take advantage and the booth fizzles out. As I was setting up, I had a little chat with Petersfield keeper Matt Petts. Can you tell that he knew there were cameras around? So, when you've been singing for 45 minutes, you deserve a drink. Go on, son, get it down ya, and I'll have a pint of it as well, please. I think it's fair to say that the second half belonged to Luke Dennison in the New Milton goal. This is the first in a succession of saves that he made, and let's have another look from another angle. But it wasn't only Dennison pulling off the heroics. John Grace on the line here, clears it out, and I've slowed it down in a replay in a sec because there were claims that it might have gone over the line, but on the next clip you'll see that it definitely doesn't. The visiting number 7, Will Webb, really caught the eye. He kept on beating his man and putting in dangerous balls like this, but unfortunately his teammates couldn't make the most of the chances that he kept on creating. And now we move on to the defining moment of the game. Now I understand why they do it, but I'm not a big fan personally of people shouting for red cards. Now I've got some sympathy with the ref. He's being baited by everyone to give a red, but I'm looking at the Petersfield player and that don't look like a great challenge in itself. But, you know, the ref only gets one look from one angle. And with that one view from that one angle, John Grace, the goal line clearing hero, gets his marching orders. To be honest, the man advantage didn't really change the flow of the game. Petersfield was still dominant in possession and creating most of the half chances that there were, and as you can see from the highlights, New Milton are unable to launch an attack of their own. Once again, Webb escapes down the right, puts in another decent ball, but it's substitute Elliot Lyons that clears this time. Just as I thought the lone Petersfield singer was going to be my highlight, this happens. My visits to New Milton Town are never complete without seeing a non-league doggo. Ah. Here comes the next instalment of the Denison Showcase. And I think we'll call this from Jordan Geddes a centre-back's finish. Although the linesman did have his flag up, and I guess Jordan already knew that, and that's why he put it over the bar. Yeah, that's the story we'll go with. So my next theory is that the Petersfield keeper Pets had a word with Denison and said, look, you need to show off for the cameras.
Make sure he signs up for another season.
And that save was pretty much the last action of the match. It finishes 0-0 and New Milton Town take a creditable point there, whereas the visitors will be a bit disappointed they didn't convert their domination into goals. I hope you've enjoyed the coverage. If you have, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you can give me a follow on the socials on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. Or give the website a little visit and you can see a list of all the upcoming games.